Hi everyone! Welcome again to my channel. Again, this is Alistair D. Apale, alias Emma Watson. So today you will learn new things about mathematics. But before anything else, how's everyone? I hope everyone is doing good and still safe and healthy in the midst of pandemic. By the way, I would like to flex my friends there. Hello, my friends, Mr. Sally Gumba, hello there. Mr. Miyape, hello. Of course, our coordinator in our school, Ma'am Belia Corato, hello. Such a beautiful coordinator and very active. Okay, so flex ko lang din, taga Math Garden. Hello, taga Math Garden. Sir Dexter, Sir Ramil, Sir Ma'am Amor, Ma'am Jojo Gonzalez, Ma'am Dagpin, Ma'am Baktin, sorry, Ma'am Holly Jane and Ma'am Dehega. Hello, and also Mr. Galos. So, welcome to my channel once again. So, sige lang kung sew, no? Do I need to sew? Just joking. Okay, another thing also I would like to flex ko lang yung mga taga section Alameda. Hello there. Section Rusal, section Sunflower, section Carnation. Hello there. Section Zinnia. Hello. Section Mirasol. Hello, section Mirasol. And also the rest of the sections, especially the STE group of school year 2020 to 2021. Hello there. Okay, flex ko sila because para they will continue to support my videos. Hello. And also to those who are under Miss Darlene Siguvia. Hello there. I hope you're going to watch this video. Okay, so much for that. Let's go to our main focus this video. So in this video, we are going to learn something, of course, because this is an educational video or channel. So I'm lost. So now let's go. Let's go. Okay. Are you all ready? Yes, you're all ready. I can see it in your beautiful eyes and faces. You are all stunning. So our topic, also sorry, advance ba nito, oy? Sorry. Excited. Our PowerPoint is so excited. So now let's start. Oh, so cute. Calculator. Now our topic for this video discussion is all about something related to the picture. What have you observed to the picture? Sir, nothing to observe. So funny. Something, you try to count the pictures. They're all equal, right? There are 6 of them in the pictures. 6 triangle, 6 smile face, just like my face, so smiley face. Hearts, 6 hearts, and 6, I don't know what's that starts. It's for you to decide. Okay, so there are 6 figures over there per box rather. Then as you can see also, there are also different types of figures or illustrations based on the box or on the screen, as you can see. So as what I said, the picture shows or will tell us our topic in this video discussion. And that's all about rather equal and equivalent sets. Have you heard of it before? So we are going to learn this in this session about equal and equivalent sets. What are these? What's the relationship between the two? And what's the difference between the two? I hope you'll be able to stay put and continue to watch this video if you want to learn something. Now, of course, this lesson about equal and equivalent sets are part of set theory. So let's go over first with the some related concepts about the equal and equivalent sets before we go over with the topic equal and equivalent sets. So let's review first about set theory. We all know that set is a collection of objects, as what I said in the previous videos, that is related to set, that set is a collection of objects or elements. So when you collect something, like example, you collect your notebooks, 7 notebooks in your subjects in the class. So that's considered a set or collection of objects, and it's related to a set. So another thing also that we mentioned or we need to remember in set theory is the symbol A. So there, as you can see, I'll highlight. You can see A also, sorry. I have to erase it for a while. This one. So in this symbol, that means A is an element of A. So remember this symbol. That means element. Capital A means set. This one, this is a set. This is a set. Sorry, what's happening to my drawing? This one is a set of A. E is an element. Okay, so that means you can read that one as A as an element of A, or A is a member of A, or set A, sorry. So you can read that one in that way rather. In this one, in this symbol, that shows or that means you can read this one as A is not an element of A, or A is not a member of A. So that's how you read it. Just a recap in set theory. And this one, you can read this one as you can see, you can just read it as this one. That means A or set A contains the elements of. So that's why you have to know how to read it in order for you to understand the language of sets. So another thing also, order of elements is meaningless. So in short, under the set, since in set theory, set is a collection of objects, and order of elements is meaningless. Again, the order of elements is meaningless. So I want you to remember that one. So another thing also that we need to remember about set in set theory, it does not matter how often the same elements is listed. So take down note of that. So what is a set? So as I have said a while ago, a set is a group of objects. So, sorry, when you have group of object, that means sets. So it refers to a set. Example, this one, people in a class. Example, Alice, Bob, and Chris, rather. So these are group of persons or students in a class. So that is an example of a set. And also, another example of a set are classes offered by a department. CS 101. So in your case, if you are grade 7, math, science, subjects per department, what what are these? What are these rather? Science, math, Filipino, so on and so forth. So forth rather. It's up to you to mention it all. Another thing also are colors of a rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So that's an example of a set. Another thing also, states of matter. We have the solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. As I have, if I could still remember, there is another one element, never mind, but we're just focused on the set. So another example of set are states in the US. Oh, Alabama, Alaska, Virginia. So another example for this, which is related to this example rather, are sets of high-risk barangay in Davao City. Barangay 5-A, hello. So that's it. That, Bukana or what? It depends upon the news. Okay, so those are, or that is an example of a set, a group of objects. As long as you are classified and are can be collected, that is considered as set. Another thing also, sets can contain non-related elements like 3A, red, Virginia. So they're unrelated to each other. So it's an example of a set. So although class, a set can contain almost anything, we will almost often use sets of numbers. Example in mathematics, these are examples of sets related to mathematics. Because a while ago, we just mentioned the examples of sets in a real life scenario. But in the context of mathematics, we can have an example: all positive numbers less than or equal to 5. So these are examples, or this is an example of a set. Another example in the context of mathematics, we have a few selected real numbers. So as you listed it in the set or in the element and in the elements rather below, we have 2.1, pi, 0, negative 6.32, and e. Okay, so these are examples of sets in the context of mathematics. So in short, when we say set, you can really think, you can make, you can open your mind and to think about the examples of set, because set is everywhere. Even your faces, it consists of collection of what? Eyes, nose, mouth, your beautiful face, your skin, your, kilai. So that's it. So now let's proceed. Another thing also, sets do not have duplicate elements. I want you to remember this one. Sets do not have duplicate elements. So consider the set of vowels in the alphabet. Again, I'll repeat, sets do not have duplicate elements. Do not have. So consider the set of vowels in the alphabet. It makes no sense to list them as a, e, o, u, or a, e, I, o, u. So again, it makes no sense to list them as repeated or duplicated. So what we really want is just this one, correct? The vowels. So A, E, I, O, U. That's why I said a while ago, sets do not have duplicate elements, because it makes no sense to list them all repeated elements in a given set. Take down note of that. Another thing also, class, consider the list of students in this class. Again, it does not make sense to list somebody twice, correct? So that's the reason why in the concept of set, in a set theory, it does not make sense to list somebody twice, meaning to say sets do not have duplicate elements. Take down notes, check. So note that a list is like a set, but order does not matter at all. So I will highlight this one. Order does not matter at all, and duplicate elements are, of course, allowed. However, when you write it, or when you try to identify the number of elements, we won't be studying list much in this class. Okay, when you list it, you can just take it as one when it duplicates. I'm referring to the elements. Okay, so since we discussed that one in the previous videos, so we won't be studying list much in this class, because our focus in this video discussion, it's all about equal and equivalent sets. So sets are represented by a capital letter. Take down note. How to name a set? Again, a set or sets are usually represented by a capital letter. So do not forget that one. Like A, B, and S, etc. So again, sets are usually are represented by a capital letter. So another thing also that I want you to remember, sorry, it's hanging my laptop. Another thing also that I want you to remember is our elements are usually represented by an italic lowercase letter. So again, if sets are represented by a capital letter, elements are usually represented, usually not all the time, right? But most of the time, by an italic lowercase letter, just like these in the examples. So easiest way, class, to specify a set is to list all the elements. So like A or set A consists of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not always feasible for large or infinite sets. So easiest way to specify a set is to list all the elements. Yes, to list all the elements is the easiest way to specify your or a set, or to specify a set. Clear? Yes, I hope so. I hope you do. You do rather. So a set is said to contain the various member or elements that make up the set. Again, a set contains of elements or members. Without it, then we cannot say that it's a set. We can say because a null set is considered as a set. We all know that a null set consists of no element or zero element. It consists of zero element rather. If an element A is a member, again, if an element A is a member of or an element of a set S, we use the notation A is an element of S. So example, 4 in here is an element is in this set. Why? Because you can see 4 in this set. Here, look at, I encircle. So as I have said, if an element A is a member of a set S, we use the notation, this one. This is the notation or the symbol that will represent the elements is a member of a given set. So that's why 4 is an element of this set because you can see 4 in the elements of the set in the right side, at the right side on the screen as you can see. So I'll make it clear. Okay, another thing also, if an element is not a member, then we use the notation A is not an element of S. Let's have an example. 7 is not an element of this set. Why? Because you cannot see 7 in the members of this set. Another thing also, Virginia is not an element of 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, you cannot see Virginia as the element or in the elements of this given set. So in short, a set can be also represented by a symbol, two braces, a pair of braces rather. So that's it. So that's the basic concept of set in a set theory and also the elements. So I guess we can now proceed to the main focus in our video discussion, which is about set equality. So when we say set equality, what's the notation? What's the rule? So this is the rule class. Set A and B are equal if and only if they contain exactly the same elements. Again, sets A and B, thank you so much for the background music or background noise, shall I say. So as I have said, when we say set equality, what does it mean? Sets A and B are equal if and only if they contain exactly the same elements. If both sets contain the same elements, then it is said to be that the two sets or the sets are equal. Let's have an example. This one. Set A consists of what? Consists of 9, 2, 7, negative 3. And set B consists of 7, 9, negative 3, and 2. That means A is equal to B. So they are equal sets. A and B are equal sets. Another example, a set A consists of dog, cat, and horse. And set B consists of cat, horse, squirrel, and dog. So what have you observed? Are they equal? Let's see. The set or set A is not equal to set B. So they are not equal sets. Why? Because they don't have the same elements as mentioned in the definition, as you can see on the screen. So it violates the rule. They are not the same elements. That's why A is not equal to B. Another example. Okay, set A consists of dog, cat, horse. And set B consists of cat, horse, dog, and dog. Are they equal? Okay, let's see. Oh, set A is equal to set B. Why do you think they are equal? Anybody? Because dog duplication, what did I say a while ago? When the elements repeat twice, thrice, or more than once, you can take them as one. So instead of writing dog, you can write only one dog. You can erase the other one because we just focused on focused on the element dog, even if it duplicates. So take it as 1. Do not forget that one. So in short, set B now has 3 elements, same with set A. Therefore, we can say, or we can declare that that the set A is equal to set B. Okay, very easy. Yeah, so easy. Next. So example for sets. Standard sets, we have it natural numbers. This is just an advertisement for additional info before we go to equivalent sets. So remember again, for the equality of sets, the two sets are said to be equal when they have the same elements, number of elements. So examples for sets, we have it. Standard sets, we use sometimes natural numbers represented by a capital letter N. As you can see, natural number starts with 0, 0, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Another thing also are integers, which is represented by Z. So we have it -2, -1 as posted on the screen. Another standard sets, we have positive integers. We have the Z, positive, so that represents positive integers. Real numbers represented by R, as you can see in the examples. We will not be much focused on these because this is not our main focus. This is just an advertisement, additional information. Rational numbers represented by a capital letter Q. And now we can go to equivalent set. What is the difference between the equal set and equivalent sets? So let's define first what are equivalent sets. So equivalent set, these are the notation, the standard rule of it. So when we say, So when we say equivalent set, what does it mean? Two sets are said to be equivalent if they have what? If they have the same number of elements. Sorry, a while ago, when we say equal sets, that means same elements, not same number. So sorry. Again, when we say equal sets, that means same elements. Two sets are said to be equal when they have the same elements. But in this case, for equivalent set, we can say that the two sets are equivalent when they have the same number of elements, regardless with the type or with the classification of their elements. As long as they have the same number of elements, then we can say that the two sets are equivalent. So I hope you can follow. So let's have an example. The example there, if the set F consists of elements 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and set G consists of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then the cardinality of set F, as you can see, the cardinality, the number of elements in a given set, how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 elements in set F. For set G, we have how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are also 5 elements in set F, or G rather, or the cardinality of G is 5. That means since they have the same number of elements, though they are not the same, correct? Imagine the elements of F described. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, multiples of 2 or divisible by 2. Look at the elements of set G. They are what? Set G, look at the elements. Multiples of 10 or divisible by 10. So they are not really the same quality of elements that they have, but they have the same number of elements. So I want to highlight this one. So if the elements of the two sets are or if the two sets have the same number of elements, then we can say that the two sets are equivalent. That's why F and G are equivalent. Just look at their cardinality. If their cardinality is the same, then we can say that the two sets are equivalent. So they are really different from equal sets. So that's the difference between the two. Another thing also, another example. If set A consists of, if set A consists of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, this one. So the cardinality is 3 for A. And set B consists of the card A, B, C. So the cardinality is also 3. Therefore, since they have the same number of elements or same cardinality, then A and B or sets A and B are said to be equivalent sets. So meaning to say, class, as long as they have the number of elements or same number of elements, the two sets, then we can consider them as equivalent set as long as, or regardless rather, with the quality or yeah, identity of their or type of elements that they have. So the type of elements that they have, if they, even if they are not the same, but they have the same number of elements, I mean, even if the elements are not really alike, but the number of elements are the same, then we can say that the two sets are equivalent. So I hope you can follow and you'll understand the difference between the two. And always remember, all equal sets are equivalent. Take down note of that. All sets are equivalent. So equal sets are equivalent sets, but not all equivalent sets are equal sets. Take down note of that. All equal sets are equivalent, but not all equivalent sets are equal sets. So I hope you can follow. And again, as a recap, what we have learned today is about equal sets. Equal sets, again, have exactly the same elements. They have exactly the same elements. As long as they have the same elements, then they are said to be equal. Equivalent sets have the same number of elements. So the number of elements or their cardinality must be the same so that we can consider them as equivalent sets. And always remember, all equal sets are equivalent, but not all equivalent sets are equal. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate those who made it until the end of this video discussion. So flex ko lang yung mga tao dyan. They look so beautiful. They plan to really, work hard for the video discussion. So thank you so much for subscribing. And please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share my video discussion or my channel. So I really appreciate students who will share this one to your friends, classmates, and those who struggles in mathematics, who are struggling rather in math, because this will help them understand the lessons in mathematics so that they can say that math is fun, interesting, and it's fabulous. Just like the person in front of you, fabulous. They're all fabulous. I am fabulous. You are fabulous. So don't forget to subscribe and click the yellow bell button so that you will be notified once there is a new video that will be uploaded in my channel. So have fun next video. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe, everyone. Thank you. Arigato. Arigato. Thank you. Maraming salamat